The following is a DW Ancient Egypt production. The 21st dynasty began with Smendes, who proclaimed himself king after the death of Ramesses XI. He ruled from 1077 to 1051 BC and was the pharaoh who moved the capital from Paramses to Tanis, which was largely rebuilt using stones from Paramses. Smendes ruled over a divided Egypt and only effectively controlled Lower Egypt during his reign, while Middle and Upper Egypt was effectively under the control of the high priests of Amun. No trace has yet been found of the tomb of Smendes. The sole funerary object linked to him is a canopic jar of his that once contained his liver, but this hypothesis is unproven. Smendes was succeeded briefly by Amenemnesu, a son of Herihor. Amenemnesu's existence was only confirmed in 1940 when his gold bow cap was discovered within the Tanite tomb of his successor, Susanes I. Although his reign is obscure, he is thought to have ruled for 4 years, from 1051 to 1047 BC. He would be succeeded by Susanes I. During his long reign, Susanes built the enclosure walls and the central part of the Great Temple at Tanis, which was dedicated to the triad of Amun, Mut, and Khonsu. Many of these blocks were salvaged from the derelict city of Paramses and kept the name of Ramesses II. Obelisks still bearing the name of Ramesses II were transported from the former capital at this time. Professor Pierre Montet discovered Pharaoh Susanes I's tomb in Tanis in 1940. This was Egypt's first intact royal tomb to ever be found. Remember that Tutankhamun's tomb had been robbed twice in antiquity before being resealed. Had these treasures not been found during World War II and published only in French, public fascination would have been enormous. Due to its moist Lower Egypt location, most of the perishable wood objects in this tomb were destroyed by water, a fate not shared by KV-62, the tomb of Tutankhamun, in the drier climate of Upper Egypt. In the burial chamber, a large red granite sarcophagus enclosed a black granite coffin, which in turn contained the mummy in a silver inner coffin. Dr. Douglas Dury, who worked as the head of Cairo University's Autonomy Department, examined the king's remains in 1940 and determined that the king was an old man when he died. Dury noted that Susanes I's teeth were badly worn and full of cavities. He had an abscess that left a hole in his palate and suffered from extensive arthritis. The king was probably crippled by this condition in his final years. Over the face of the mummy lay a gold face mask. The large red granite sarcophagus had originally been used 170 years earlier for the burial of Merneptah. The black granite coffin had belonged to a high-ranking 19th dynasty noble. The silver inner coffin was 3 times more valuable than that of King Tutankhamun's. Silver was more valuable than gold in Egypt, about 3 times more valuable. These items were being obtained from the south, and it was during this time that the Theban Dynasty was actively looting and recycling valuables from the Valley of the Kings. This state-sponsored tomb robbing would be common practice throughout the remainder of the Third Intermediate Period. The history of the following kings of the 21st dynasty at Tanis are vague. King Siamon enlarged the Temple of Amun at Tanis and supervised the rewrapping of a number of royal mummies later discovered in the Deir el-Bahari cache of 1881. The little light that is thrown on the 21st dynasty comes largely from the biblical record, since the period coincides with the struggle of David in Israel. An Egyptian campaign that seized Gezer from the weakened Philistines was recorded in the Old Testament. Solomon had succeeded his father David, and an Egyptian alliance was sealed by Solomon's marriage to an Egyptian princess. Egypt was now reversing the practice of diplomatic marriages by marrying out their daughters, something unheard of until now. The Theban priests of the 21st dynasty preserved another cache of royal mummies in the tomb of Amenhotep II. This explains how Susanes I came to be buried with the lid of Merneptah's sarcophagus. Merneptah's body had been moved to the tomb of Amenhotep II for safekeeping, but the huge sarcophagus was shipped north to Tanis. The end of the dynasty came with Susanes II, whose reign is little known.